I was sitting and thinking, what to draw today? And then I remembered we have this. So lucky for us, I don't need to make a decision. Let's crack her open and see what we've got. Welcome back. Technically, we're not gonna need this, I don't think, but just in case, I will keep it within reaching range. Oh, I always get so excited whenever these show up on my door. On my door? On my doorstep. That would be impressive if it were on my door, though. I'm not gonna lie. We have here a handy dandy goodie box from our friends at Scrawlrbox, and I am very excited to open this little doodad as usual. If you don't know what Scrawlrbox is, first of all, where have you been? Scrawlrbox is a art supply subscription box that you can get sent to your door every month. It has a little curated group of goodies inside. Art supplies, sometimes paper, and usually a little treat, along with a sweet little magazine telling you about the art supply so that you can learn about it and see how the frick you're supposed to use them. Usually comes with a challenge to use only the things in the box, as well as a little prompt. So let's see what we are getting into. Okay, I've been trying to get a good pull on this packaging for a moment now. Will today be the day? Let's find out. Still no. All right, well, very good. Okay, here we go. Also important to note that I don't know what month box this is. These do come from the UK. I live in the US, and so I think it's a little bit to get to me. So this, I don't know what box. Okay, all right, very good. Yeah, that's everything. I want to look at the Scrawler zine and whatever is under the Scrawler zine last so that we don't spoil ourselves. And we will crack open our little package and see what the tiny little sticker that always brings me joy. Oh. Peekaboo. That was just the perfect little rip. There's an eyeball. We know that. Oh, see, what do we have here? Oh, here is our little candy. I don't know what it is. This is kind of exciting too, getting a box from another country, because it's usually lots of candies that I don't know what they are. Luckily, the book will tell us, but I'm going to guess that it's some sort of like citrusy, creamy thing, maybe. We'll find out. Well, this is simply a black fine liner from Daler-Rowney. Very nice. I don't think I have anything by this brand, so I'm excited to try some more Daler-Rowney things. We've got 2 colored pencils. Let's see. Oh, I stand corrected. They are not just colored pencils. They are pastel color pencils in the colors maroon and green gray, which I actually really like those colors. Very pretty. Like earthy Christmas. Oh, our sticker. Okay, so we get a little sneak peek at what's to come. And then we have some Lyra. Oh, it's the Skin Tone Aqua Brush Duo Double Tip Water Soluble Markers. Water markers are not my friend, but they are today, I guess. Oh, and we've got some little swatches on the back of our different colors, but you know what? We will make swatches of our own. Maybe. Okay. Can you do something smoothly for once in your life? Well, smooth as we're gonna get, I guess. We've got 6 really pretty colors, and they are dual tip, as you would guess. Got a nice little brush nib on this side. Oh, okay. And a little bullet nib on the other, little small felt tip, man. Okay. Into my tissue paper stash you go. So I'm assuming that this is going to be some sort of mixed media watercolor or marker paper. Mixed media, A5. Okay. Yep, that's, hey, would you look at that? That's some paper. And now we can look at our art print from the curator of this box. We've got this today. Okay. Oh, so cute. Very textury, very sketchy. I love that. I really like it whenever things still look a little handmade, I guess is the best way to say it. This art is by Claudia. I don't know how to say the last name. I'm not even going to try because that makes me very nervous. Here's a little bit about them. And here are their social media handles if you would like to check them out. And a little scrawler zine to tell us about said supplies. And the first thing that I want to look at is that candy. Ooh, that actually sounds delicious. It is a pineapple hard-boiled candy with a sherbet center. That sounds so good. I might actually have to try that. So just like I thought, they are water-based and we've got pastels for texture. Okay. Lots of different tips and techniques. Ooh, I do like that you can do glazing where you add a layer of color on top of your piece. Blah, blah, blah. Wet on wet, directly to the page, washes. Oh, that's cute. They even have like different stitches and stuff. And the monthly challenge that we have is style statement. Okay, you know, I feel like that's right up our alley. All right, let's prop up all of our things for inspiration. Okie dokie. We do have a few things to test and swatch. I am going to be using my own pencil, so hey, get over it. Oh gosh, do I try this? I think I do. Accepting candy from strangers. If it's in a box, that's okay, right? Oh, that's yummy. At least the outside. Haven't gotten to the inside yet, but I feel like I'm not going to be disappointed. Very tangy, a little tart. Kind of tastes like the white Dum Dum suckers, except a little more flavor. I like it. Get out a piece of paper so we can try out these supplies. And I'm kind of curious to see how this paper handles supplies in general. I'm going to see if it bleeds on the back and, you know, whatever. We can at least use our fine liner. Ooh, that's a little bit of a chunker. I like that. We'll use this to do our labeling. Might as well swatch this first, yeah? It is a 0.5 nib, so should be able to get some pretty thick lines. I am curious to see how this does with our water-based markers too, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna really load up one end of like a bar, do something like this, and then we'll see if it smudges it, because that seems like a fine test to me. Do you guys feel like swatch pages should be pretty? Because really, I'm just kind of in a headspace to do swatches, but then once it's all done, I feel like, dang, I wish I would have planned that. All right, so next, let's do the pencils next, since they're the same brand. We've got maroon and green gray. Wait, how do they spell gray? With an E, nice. That's how I spell gray too. I really don't know why one is spelled one way and the other is the other way, to be honest. I know that you can smudge this, but I don't have anything to smudge it with. Just use one of my pencil smudgers. Very nice. Oh, this green. I love this green. Oh, I really love that green. Should we try to mix them, maybe? Just to see what happens. Looks like poop. And now we've got the Lyra Aqua Brush Duo Skin Tone Set. Let's look at the back and get the names. We've got Light Orange, Fresh Tint Light, Naples Yellow, Mars Red. Oh my gosh, I'm a goob. It is not Fresh Tint. This changes things a little bit. It is actually Flesh Tint. Just changes things just a smidge. Because then we have Flesh Tint Medium. You know, that does oh, I smudged. Oopsie. Well, now we know. Makes the most sense to be flesh because it is a skin tone set. And Dick Van Dyke Brown. Sure, those are colors. So starting with the light orange, where are you? Well, the marker says pale orange, but the back of the box says light orange. So hoping this is it. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. That is a very light orange and a very sturdy brush nib. Can you even see what I did? Here we go. Very, very light. Flesh tint light is next. Now, I know that since these are water-based, we could technically add water to them, but I don't know if I want to. Next is Naples Yellow. Honestly, I usually hate water-based markers. These are interacting pretty well with the paper and they're kind of behaving like alcohol markers. I should wait to say that until we start trying to like mix them, I guess. But so far they look pretty good. Mars Red. The camera died, so I had to stop really quick, and it was the perfect opportunity to show you this little thing that we got sent by YouTube in the mail just as a thank you, and I wanted to share it with you guys in person. I have you to thank. Thank you so much for being here, and if you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck are you doing? It does seem like the darker colors might show up a little bit differently as far as like the streakiness. The lighter colors really hold that pretty well. That's like my main complaint whenever it comes to water-based markers. It's just the streakiness. I just don't like it. Next is a Flesh Tint Medium. Maybe see it as like a blush or maybe something. And lovely brown color that I don't know how to say still. So we're just gonna be safety and just say this brown, okay? Okay. I do want to see how some of these blend together. And so I think what I would normally do is these two would be good together, like as a skin and a blush. I also feel like these two might be good together. Actually, you know what? No, these two as well. And then the darker one. Wow, is this not the most confusing thing? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. Ah, there's that paper pilling that we all know and love. Now, as far as these two go, I think I'm gonna have to put the blush color down first, but I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll find out. So we know that they do not blend. Oh, I have dirtied my nib. Ooh, maybe that's the trick. We needed to do sideways motions instead of up and down. Kind of break up that line a little bit. That kind of works. Yeah, I think that if we do it that way, that gets a really nice blend. Okay, we've got our swatch sheet ready to go. I think, okay, yes, we need to design an outfit. Obviously, that's the whole challenge. I think I want to do it in a more flat style than what I normally do. I think I'm not going to try to force my style into this. I think we are going to do something else. Oh, oops. I also wanted to try this up here to see if this smudges now that it has time to dry. Ooh, that's not too bad. A little smudging. What if we kept going over it though? Yeah, I don't think that's too bad actually. Let's get out another piece of our paper here. How many sheets are in here? 8. Very good. Plenty of room for activities. What did this say? Hang on. I want to see this back article. Layering your markers like fabric. Play with textures, folds, patterns, and the natural flow of clothing. Okay. I went ahead and put together our 3 simplified ladies. I went ahead and also put line work on them so they have time to dry. And I have named the official vibes that each of them are. This one I deemed edgy boho. Combat boots, maybe like a cute little pattern skirt or something, and like a, I don't know, like a band tee or something. This one gave me like Rachel from Friends vibes, so I just put office chic on there, Rachel vibes. And the hair is up for debate, but usually the hair is. And then this one went ahead and called it Sporty Femme because it is oversized, but also very feminine. Hair is back in braids, and I just think that that's good. Also, I went ahead and messed around with the different art supplies that we have to try to see if I could figure out kind of the layout of how I want the outfits to look color-wise. I really like this cute little sprinkle pattern right here that I have for one of the bottoms. I do want to try out some of these. I am gravitating towards certain ones. I have them split up by skin and blush on the top line. The second line is my hair ideas, the tops, bottoms, and then shoes and socks. The shoes and socks, I want them to be dark either way, so that's whatever. I am excited to see what each of those options look like. I have 4 options down here, but we're gonna have to pick 3. I am pretty much sold on this option here, which is our light orange for the skin tone and then the flesh tone light for the blush. So I don't confuse myself, I'm gonna block out these other ones and we'll actually go ahead and put the skin on and we'll just go down the line. Light orange. These caps keep confusing me. I know they fit, but then whenever I first go put them on, they're not because you pull them out and you do this, you don't flip this one around, so it's just a little confusing. The next is the hair, and I do have like a pink option and then like a brown to pink, but we did just do a pink haired lady pretty recently. I think the brown to pink I do want to try, so I'm gonna try it on our little edgy girl. I've also really been enjoying the color blocky look. Brown on top, maybe a streak through the bangs and then behind. Oh, also, would you like your ear colored in? Probably. Okay, that is pretty stinking cute. The other ones were kind of just like dark brown to light brown or light brown to dark brown, so nothing too exciting. Dark brown up top and then we'll fade it into the light brown. Boring? Yes, but she is our office chic girl, so if any of them are going to have natural colored hair, it's going to be her. Actually, that's really cute. Oh, and in case you are wondering, it does not bleed. And then for you, technically we haven't done the fade to pink, so I'm going to do that with her, I think. And lucky me, I get to figure out what that looks like in braids. That is cute too. All right, well, that's gonna be a little harder than I thought it usually is, but I always seem surprised by it. Technically, all of the tops have this base. What is this? Naples yellow. So I'll go ahead and put that down. Yeah, that is way too close to a skin tone to just be a shirt. Wonder what it would do if we put a light pink over it. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like you're naked. I think I want this top to be pink and green, and I didn't know if I wanted to do something like that looked tie-dye-y or what way I wanted to go with that. Maybe a green neckline. I need to let that dry too because these go on much more vibrant whenever the paper is dry. Thinking just a green vest for her. You seem like a greeny girl too though. But I haven't done the red option. I don't even know if I like the red option. I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the red. Pants bottoms time. I want the skirt to have a pattern, so I think I'm gonna try the sprinkle skirt over here. I also feel like no matter what, our belt is going to be brown, so I can at least put down a layer of that on these. I think I'm gonna try some dark brown here, green on top once that dries. Maybe we'll get like a good earthy green color. We're gonna have to let those dry though. What's our other option? Dark brown and red. So, I mean, I guess if anyone's gonna get it, it should be you. I think you're dry enough. subtle, but cute. And these pants, I'm just gonna go over with a really light hand. Some bits of the paper were still a little wet, but do the same thing over here. Okay, that's it. So now I have to make a decision. And we all know how good at that I am. Okay. Hey, HP, can you tell me which one of these you like the best?
The one on the right. Cute.
This one?
Yep.
That's who we're doing then. Which is so funny. She is my least favorite. Isn't that crazy? That's so crazy. This little lady right here. Drawing time. Okay. Just gonna do a little tiny thumbnail right here. I have an idea, but I do need to see how to execute it. I want her to be standing there with her hands in one pocket, other hand up to her head, and then her braids. I want one braid kind of blowing behind her and the other one resting on her shoulder. That's my idea. I think I can do it. Okay. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see any of this down here, but we put it there anyway. Okay, so this needs to come down and into your pocket. Elbows are hard to do too, I feel like. They either always look too pointy or too pudgy. I feel like I always have to settle. Maybe my creases aren't in the right place. I don't know. Okay, let's figure out this hair situation. Now I have determined that her forehead is much too large and her mouth was not cute enough. I mean, I think it's as good as we're gonna get for our sketch. At least I have an idea and I won't have to draw this hand either. The spacing seemed a little off, so I went ahead and filled it in with just a few little like stars and things, but I think for a sketch, this is good. I'm just gonna lighten her now and then we'll lay down our flat colors. We'll see if HP made the correct choice. Her skin is coming along nicely. I also did a few little experiments to figure out how I wanted her outfit and stuff to look, and I came up with this little cheat sheet type of thing here so that I can make sure that it looks exactly like I want it to, because in the sketch the colors and stuff were just kind of a Also, I know that I said that I wasn't going to do any like watered down anything, but I lied, and so we will be doing that. It looks really gross, but it's because of my experiments. For the top, we need some maroon pastel dust, a little smidgen, and then I just take a little bit of this water, and that goes over everything. Now the bottoms. Maroon pastel at the bottom. Ooh, while it's wet though, so just want to make sure that the coverage is good down here. I also took the cream color out of the shirt because whenever I was trying to figure out this gradient for the sleeves, it kind of just looked like a bloody arm and I didn't want that, so here we are, just all maroon, as pigmented as I can get it. I kind of like the texture-y look, to be honest. I like that it kind of stands out, but I need to fix the lines. Although I don't know if it really matters because we're gonna do line work, so alright, well, does it anyway. Cute. Okay, for the bottoms we need Mars red all over. Oh no, I went to overhit them. Oh well, I mean, what are you gonna do? Have a brown smudge on your thumb. That's what you're gonna do. I like making these little cheat sheets to go off of too, because it gives me something to put in my sketchbook and kind of fill it out, you know? While we have this out, I'm gonna go ahead and slap it on her hair too. And her little tendrils, because I forgot those and they need to be there for my own sanity. Over here. Okay, I think that'll be good. Now we gotta let that dry. Finish the hair real fast. Stinking cute. Although this braid seems a little bit longer than the other. Fix that with the background. We'll find out. Start putting the line work down while we're waiting for those shorts to dry, I guess. My brain always breaks whenever I try to figure out how to braid. You know what? Maybe she is bad at braiding. Well, I have smudged apparently. And also, I guess this part was not dry, so I'm gonna have to fix that nose. I'm not quite sure what happened. Same thing with the mouth, actually, because that's why she has black lips now. You just gotta roll with the punches, I guess. Finish up the line work without making any more messes. Okie dokie, artichokes. Here it is, all done. Our full, I don't know, experimental time with the supplies that were sent in our little scrawler box treat. Once I was done with the final, kind of thought about it for a second and decided that I wasn't really going to beat myself up too bad about it. She's definitely a piece I feel like is better from afar. Not everything can be perfect, and I was just happy that we got the opportunity to try these things out. I would never buy these things on my own, so yeah, I decided to leave the smudge here instead of like cutting it out or covering it or anything. I think it kind of tells a story. Whenever you're trying out new art supplies, things happen and it's okay. You just gotta be okay with it and it's fine. Did want to redeem myself a little bit, so I did draw our other two girlies in my spare time. I felt like I wanted to. They turned out really cute and I cannot wait to add that to the sketchbook page that I inevitably shove all of these into. Even if the final didn't turn out exactly like I had in my head, I still had a blast putting all of this together and brainstorming, just coming up with cute things and different combinations of outfits and colors. It's just so much fun. I hope you did too. If you doodled along, please post your creations on social media and tag me. You can find me here on Instagram and here on Blue Sky. We also have a community here on YouTube and you can post your art there as well. I would absolutely love to see anything that you create. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a whole bunch. And until I see you next week, don't forget to be kind to yourself. Bye!